They ask that we would refrain from displaying our anger. Yet seldom do we see them act out of anything but greed and hate for the life of original people. As our loved ones are suffering because of their original evils, we live subjected to deliberate killings of our children in the very communities we inhabit. Not because they've necessarily done anything or committed a crime, but my father told me it was because I'm black. As time's moved on, we've noticed that even some of the overseer's closest associates have begun to go just a bit too far, leading to the loss of our many lives. Ever so homogenized, this poison has been awakened and is once again threatening to oppress and suppress our existence with their uninterrupted persistence. But this is not 1955. And the brothers and sisters are not submitting or turning another cheek before they try to put us to sleep again and label us as weak participants praying for peace. Even I sometimes ponder, then ask myself the question, is it because I'm black? And with the talks of race wars and prisoners escaping so many borderlines, it makes me wonder just why I'm here. Is it to forget or is it to maintain? I'm trying to utilize my mind to gain without having to endure and survive through the storm and my own pain. As the paranormal begin to expose themselves to our youth and distort the truth, the parallels contradiction to their said truths is a lie. So most of the time we need to rely on our better judgment before we even entertain the forfeit of trying to pay a mortgage as you learn your reasons why not to be a homicide in the twinkling of an eye. But my conscience tells me it's because I'm black, almost as if we've given up on ourselves, while we watch the careless ones stand on extended lines for Jordans conjuring more and more spells. But if we keep allowing our children to carry on the torch for their facade, we're just agreeing to the terms of the said contract enslaved in the yard behind bars and penitentiary scarred. And why is it that the so-called laws we're being prosecuted and incarcerated for breaking seems to change by definition because of my original man's skin pigmentation? And by the way, what laws am I making? I question their supposed moral prognosis regarding them who are they, while granting them the wisdom to know that I understand that the atom has already been split, however unfortunate. And while the enemy attack is proceeding whether we acknowledge it or not, my belief is it must be because I'm black. While in these divided snakes of America, we have not even a vivid enough reflection of ourselves to look forward to being, let alone being my brother's keeper from leaving or seeing. I stay awake but still mentally bound by the proverbs of the land governed by inbred seeds through sick myths and lies. We tend to focus our interests on the glamour of the game of entertainment instead of education, and we lack the plans for more growth in our own economy. It's like Deuteronomy versus sodomy. And why is it that only Europeans get equality? And why doesn't anyone see that there's something seriously wrong with this policy? I still say it's because I'm black. And it's not because I want to be difficult or not a law-abiding citizen. I'm just sick of being classified as less than a farm animal, then criticized by the rest of the world for being a victim in the first place. I didn't ask to come here. I didn't buy a ticket to get on any boat. I was snatched away from my reality and thrown into a life of servitude, a more blasphemous hope. We underestimate the bloodshed and been having issues in our own conquests, as even some of our thoughts are inhibited because we're black, as we're arrested then questioned for being nothing more than a memory when they stop to frisk me. But my inner conscience won't allow me to be happy to cooperate. So I take my chances and remain silent right out the gate before they make haste and commence to show and prove their hate to deliver my fate. See, it's commonplace for the details to get sketchy if you're an influential politician. Of course they're making bail. See, I know it's because I'm black and they just trying to see that I fail, but my life is not for sale. It never was. Without justice, there'll be no peace. Yeah, it is because I'm black. One.